Have you ever wondered about the origins of mankind? The Bible, specifically the book of Genesis, provides an interesting account of our beginnings. In the book of Genesis chapter 5, an account of Adam's lineage is laid out. When God created man, he made them in his own image, both male and female, and called them mankind. Adam, the first man, lived 130 years before he had his son, Seth, who was made in his own likeness. With Seth's birth, Adam continued to live for an astonishing 800 years, during which time he had more sons and daughters. Imagine that for a moment. Adam lived for a total of 930 years. Seth, following in his father's footsteps, lived 105 years before he became the father of Enosh. Seth lived an additional 807 years, fathering more sons and daughters, living a total of 912 years. Enosh, like his predecessors, lived for 90 years before he became the father of Kenan. After Kenan's birth, Enosh lived for 815 more years, fathering more sons and daughters. His total lifespan was 905 years. Kenan, after 70 years, fathered Mahalalel. He lived 840 more years, during which he had more sons and daughters. Kenan lived for a total of 910 years. Mahalalel, after 65 years, fathered Jared. He lived 830 more years, during which he had more sons and daughters. Mahalalel lived for a total of 895 years. Jared, after 162 years, fathered Enoch. He lived 800 more years, during which he had more sons and daughters. Jared lived for a total of 962 years. When Enoch had lived 65 years, he fathered Methuselah. After Methuselah's birth, Enoch walked faithfully with God for 300 years and had other sons and daughters. All told, Enoch lived for 365 years. Enoch walked faithfully with God, then he was no more, because God took him away. Methuselah, after 187 years, fathered Lamech. He lived 782 more years, during which he had more sons and daughters. Methuselah lived for a total of 969 years. Lamech, after 182 years, fathered a son. He named him Noah, saying, "He will comfort us in the labor and painful toil of our hands caused by the ground the Lord has cursed." After Noah's birth, Lamech lived 595 more years and had other sons and daughters. Lamech lived a total of 777 years. When Noah reached 500 years old, he became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. This lineage, from Adam to Noah, gives us an intriguing glimpse into the early years of humanity as per the Bible. It's a tale of longevity, lineage, and faith, and it's just one part of the rich tapestry that makes up our human history.